morning, I'm Sarah Sapsanama and these are the headlines of the hour. Rail politics highlights successive governments' incompetence. East-West Railway project remains lackluster for the past 13 years. Disputes flare up in the main opposition CPN in terms of implementing 10-point agreement. The middle path leaders miffed in Oli's latest political gambits. The United Nations Security Council agrees to renew assistance mission in Afghanistan for another 6 months. And USA avenged their loss against Team Nepal in the Thrice series under ICC World Cup League 2. Stephen Taylor scores 92 runs for USA. The railway track connecting Jayanagar to Bijalpura, constructed by India, has remained out of operation, speaking volume about Nepal government's inefficiency. Likewise, the East-West Railway track, despite the concept starting 13 years ago, while mono and metro train that was supposed to operate in the federal capital remains a far cry. The Ministry of Physical Infrastructure's Rail and Metro Department 13 years ago, in association with a Korea-based company, RITES, had conducted the feasibility study for East-West Railway track. With the formation of the Rail Department, planning on connecting Nepal with China and India through railway were formulated. However, all the works have been limited to paperwork alone. It's already 3 years that a study was conducted to construct East-West Railway from Mahendranagar's Gadda Chowki to Kakarbhita in Mechi, covering a distance of 946 kilometers. The construction works of only 69 kilometers connecting Bardibas to Nijgarh is currently underway under the East-West Railway track. The former KP Oli-led government had called tender for the construction of 106 kilometers railway track connecting Kakarbhita to Inarua. However, experts felt that the tender call only derailed the project. Uncertainties loom over the 100 billion East-West Railway project, while Kathmandu's metro and mono train are just limited to election slogans, which only highlights the incompetency of successive government in Nepal. Intra-party disputes have once again surfaced in the main opposition CPN surrounding around the 10-point agreement and returning to the party structure before mid-May. With party chair KP Sharma Oli undermining the issue, there is growing grievances among the middle path leaders in the party. The dispute emerged in CPN with Supreme Court verdict 6 months ago of splitting the ruling alliance as two separate former parties. On 11th of July, the leadership faction and midway leaders led by Madhav Kumar Nepal had signed a 10-point agreement. However, leader Nepal had rejected the agreement, citing lack of commitment from Chairman Oli. In the third week of August, the Oli camp struck another agreement with the middle path leaders, according to which leaders Bhim Rao, Yubaraj Gyawali and Ashtalakshmi Shakya, among others, stayed with the leadership faction. Chairman Oli at the same time did not wish to rob the responsibilities of former Maoist leaders in the party. The former Maoist leaders Ram Bahadur Thapa and Lekhraj Bhatta were given import party portfolios, while influential leaders Bhim Rao, Ashtalakshmi Shakya missed out on their responsibilities. The leadership faction has meanwhile clarified that the party cannot go back to the structure before mid-May, which has fueled the differences in the main opposition. 10 COVID patients have succumbed to the virus yesterday, while 1,086 individuals have tested positive out of a total of 8,665 samples tested through the PCR method. The COVID death tally has crossed another unfortunate landmark of over 11,000 deaths, as 11,012 people have succumbed to the virus so far. The total number of infected has reached 783,075. 275 of the newly infected are from Kathmandu district, 119 from Kaski and 104 from Morang. Lalitpur has registered 70 new cases and Bhaktapur 53. There are 25,497 active cases at the moment, which includes 386 being treated in intensive care units and 117 in ventilator support. 23,950 are in home isolation. Meanwhile, 60,159 individuals received COVID-19 vaccines yesterday. In our Public Voice segment, we've asked Nepali migrant workers returning from India via Rani of Morang, Bhairahawa of Rupandehi, Gauri Fata in Kailali and Gadda Chowki transit in Kantipur. How easy is it to enter Nepal from the border these days? Let's take a look at what they had to say.
थर्गाउने यो गर्ने त्यस्तो गर्ने सबै कुरा भइरहेछ
उनीहरुले एउटा आईडी कार्ड हेर्ने गरिरहेछन् अहिले यसभन्दा अघि चाहिँ अलिकति दुःख दिने गरेथे र अहिले खासै त्यस्तो तनाउ चाहिँ त्यही छैन निनीहरुले
काहीँ केही त्यस्तो रोकावट गरेको छैन सहज नै छ
सहजै रूपमा जे होस् बोर्डर आदान प्रदान गर्न सकिरहेछ
दुःख छ नि अब पैसा माग्ने क्रम छ हैन अब ठुलो ब्याग भएपछि अब 100 200 अब सानो भएपछि 50 60 जस्तै अब लिन्छ
The question is, what's your take on the inability to construct infrastructures for railway operation? Your options are A. Government's apathy, B. Lack of budget, and C. Policy lapses. The voting is on. Type NEWS, select your option A, B or C and send it to 34001 to share your opinion with us. Time now for the sports update. USA cruised to a 6 wickets victory over Nepal in yesterday's match of the Tri-Series under the ICC World Cup League 2. Sent into bat first at Oman's El Emirate ground, Nepal could only muster a below-par total of 175 runs before they were bowled out in 48 overs. Skipper Gyanendra Malla top scored for Nepal with 55 runs, his third half-century in ODI cricket. He has also become the top run scorer for Nepal in ODI cricket with 1,366 runs, surpassing 1,315 scored by former captain Paras Khadka. Kushal Bhurtal with 36 and debutant Gulshan Jha with 28 runs were the other notable scorers for Nepal. Chasing 176 runs for victory, USA romped home in 29.3 overs, losing only 4 wickets. Stephen Taylor top scored for USA with 92 runs. Jaskaran Malhotra remained unbeaten with 36 runs, while Monank Patel also chipped in with an unbeaten 38 runs. Now, the A-Division National Football League is scheduled to kick off from today. National Futsal League. 2 matches are lined up for today. In the inaugural match, Sky Goals of Kathmandu and the Rising Club of Dharan will face each other in multi-purpose covered hall of Pokhara. The match is scheduled to kick off at 2 p.m. this afternoon. Likewise, in today's second match, Sports Castle Pokhara will play against Pravat Feri Youth Club. 10 teams from all 7 provinces have strongly claimed the title. 49 matches will be played on round-robin league. 4 top-scoring teams will play in the qualifiers and eliminate round to book their place in the final. Winning team will bag cash prize of 1 million rupees, while first runner-up will receive 500,000 rupees. Individual title-winning player will get 25,000 rupees each. Organizers have informed that strict health protocols will be followed during the tournament. Only 1,200 spectators will be allowed in the 3,000 capacity covered hall. All matches will be broadcast live on Kantipur television. Time now for our special segment, Media Watch.
The main opposition CPN-UML has been obstructing the current session of the federal parliament and reiterating to continue the protest until its demands are fulfilled. The main opposition has been saying that it would keep obstructing the House session until the 14 lawmakers whom the party took action against were not relieved from their posts. CPN-UML has also been criticizing Speaker Agni Sapkota for his alleged involvement in splitting the party. Speaker Sapkota called an all-party meeting on Monday in an effort to end the parliament stalemate. However, CPN-UML boycotted the meeting. Meanwhile, the case filed by CPN-UML chairman KP Sharma Oli demanding the implementation of the action taken against 14 lawmakers, including senior leader Madhav Kumar Nepal, is still under consideration at the Supreme Court. Political analysts say the ruling parties and the main opposition are not serious regarding the ongoing stalemate, raising questions over the role of political parties in safeguarding the parliamentary system. The country has been witnessing a financial deadlock or budget holiday from Thursday, as the government will not be able to mobilize the expenditure budget. The situation was created after the lower house failed to endorse the replacement budget on Tuesday. The 60-day deadline to endorse the budget bill, replacing the budget ordinance, came to an end on Wednesday. The country is facing the budget deadlock for the first time in the 70-year budget history due to disputes between the ruling parties and the main opposition. This is Abhyuday Shrestha for Media Watch and Kantipur News Desk.
That's all for the moment. Thank you for watching. Bye for now.